know that Netflix was once on the verge of bankruptcy before becoming a streaming giant? It's hard to believe, but the company that now dominates our screens with original content and endless streaming options was nearly snuffed out in its early years. But what's even more shocking is how this underdog didn't just survive, it utterly destroyed one of the biggest giants in the home entertainment industry. Blockbuster. The beginning of the battle. Let's rewind to the mid-1980s. Home entertainment was booming, and Blockbuster was at the top of the game. Founded in 1985 by David Cook, Blockbuster quickly became a household name. With its bright blue and yellow stores, it wasn't just a video rental store. It was an experience. Families would walk through aisles filled with VHS tapes, searching for the perfect movie for their weekend. By the late 90s, Blockbuster had over 9,000 stores across the United States and in 25 other countries. They were untouchable, or so it seemed. Meanwhile, in 1997, two entrepreneurs, Reed Hastings and Mark Randolph, founded Netflix. It started as a humble DVD rental service by mail. Netflix wasn't trying to take on Blockbuster directly. They offered a different experience. For a flat monthly fee, you could rent as many DVDs as you wanted with no late fees, which was a significant pain point for Blockbuster customers. But back then, most people didn't see Netflix as a threat to Blockbuster's empire. Why would they? Blockbuster was raking in profits from late fees, and people loved the in-store experience. But that was about to change. The dawn of the digital age. The early 2000s marked a shift in how we consumed entertainment. Broadband internet was becoming more accessible, and with it came the potential for streaming video content directly to people's homes. Netflix, always looking to the future, recognized this early on. In 2004, they announced plans to enter the digital video market, a move that would change everything. Blockbuster, however, was slow to react. Even when they did launch their own online rental service, Blockbuster Online, it was more of a response to Netflix's growing popularity than a visionary leap forward. By 2006, Blockbuster was feeling the heat. They introduced the Total Access Plan, which allowed online subscribers to exchange their rentals in-store for free, a feature that Netflix didn't offer. On paper, this was a brilliant move, and it worked, temporarily. Blockbuster's Total Access Plan helped them gain 3.6 million subscribers at its peak. But there was a problem. It was expensive. Maintaining the brick-and-mortar stores while trying to compete with Netflix's lower prices was not sustainable. Netflix's game-changing move. In 2007, Netflix made the move that would forever change the landscape of home entertainment. They introduced streaming. Suddenly, subscribers could watch movies and TV shows instantly on their computers. This was a game changer. Streaming was more convenient, faster, and for many people, more appealing than waiting for a DVD to arrive in the mail. Blockbuster was still heavily invested in physical stores and DVD rentals. While they did attempt to compete in the streaming space, they were always one step behind. It wasn't just technology that set Netflix apart. It was their willingness to adapt and innovate. They understood that the future of entertainment was digital, and they were willing to take risks to get there. On the other hand, Blockbuster was still clinging to an outdated business model that relied heavily on in-store traffic and late fees. When Blockbuster finally decided to eliminate late fees in 2006, it was too little, too late. The decision alienated franchisees who relied on those fees for revenue, and the damage to Blockbuster's brand was already done. Blockbuster's fatal mistakes. Let's talk about some of the critical errors that led to Blockbuster's downfall. First, in 2007, Blockbuster passed on the opportunity to acquire a fledgling streaming service called Hulu. This decision was a colossal mistake. Hulu would go on to become one of Netflix's biggest competitors, and Blockbuster's refusal to invest in the streaming market sealed its fate. Another fatal error was Blockbuster's failure to see the writing on the wall. Even as Netflix's streaming service grew, Blockbuster continued to pour resources into its brick-and-mortar stores. By the time they tried to pivot, it was too late. The 2008 financial crisis only made things worse. As consumers tightened their belts, they turned to more affordable and convenient options like Netflix and Redbox. By 2010, Blockbuster was on the brink of collapse. They filed for bankruptcy and were eventually acquired by Dish Network in 2011. Dish attempted to revive the brand, even launching a streaming service called Blockbuster Movie Pass. But it was a flop. The last remaining company-owned Blockbuster stores closed in 2013, except for one, a relic of a bygone era in Bend, Oregon. The rise of Netflix. While Blockbuster was fading into obscurity, Netflix was on the rise. Their decision to pivot from DVD rentals to streaming was paying off. By 2010, Netflix had become the largest source of internet traffic in North America, accounting for over 30% of peak time downstream traffic. They didn't stop there. In 2013, Netflix made a bold move that would forever change the television industry. They released their first original series, House of Cards. This wasn't just a show, it was a statement. Netflix was no longer just a platform for watching other people's content. They were creating their own, and people loved it. House of Cards was critically acclaimed, and it set the stage for Netflix's future as a content creator. Since then, Netflix has continued to invest heavily in original programming. Shows like Stranger Things, The Crown, and Orange is the New Black have become cultural phenomena, driving subscriber growth and establishing Netflix as a global entertainment powerhouse. Today, Netflix has over 200 million subscribers worldwide, and they're not just streaming movies and TV shows, they're creating them. The final chapter. In a rapidly evolving world, companies that fail to recognize and respond to change risk suffering the same fate as Blockbuster. On the other hand, those that embrace change and are willing to take bold risks, like Netflix, can rise above the competition and shape the future. It's clear that the entertainment landscape will continue to evolve, driven by advances in technology and changing consumer preferences. Streaming services like Netflix have already revolutionized how we consume content, and there's no telling what the next big innovation will be. If you found this story as fascinating as I did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more in-depth looks, and let me know in the comments what you think the future holds for the entertainment industry.